that knowledge, right? Did a majority of that knowledge come from listening to watching somebody perform, or you working things out, or a combination of all three?
It's all involved, all included.
So where of those three categories, which one is the highest?
I think when you see the old cats,
That's why I'm asking.
when you see, I saw them all, and when you see them in person, they have an emotion that creates the sound that they're projecting. You can't get it by transcribing and then playing the transcription saying this is Max Roach. They had an energy that created the sound. So I don't want to be a teacher, but I'd love to mentor. I would love to.
Did you say you didn't want to be a teacher?
No, I don't want to be a teacher
Oh,
anymore.
yeah.
But now, I wish I could mentor every drummer on this planet Earth to physically challenge the masters. Physically, I know how to show you how to challenge Buddy physically. I don't play like Buddy, but I hear him.
Were you transcribing that as you were watching them? Because
No, I never wrote a note.
No. Okay.
I just play it.
Just
Transbe it.
Yeah, don't transcribe it, transbe it. Play it as you realize it. So you can't realize it until you do it. Once you do it, you realize it. Once you realize it, you're connected. Realization is the deal. So once you realize a master by having tried, because Buddy's, you don't realize the magnitude of his intensity until you try to play it like him. And I don't play like Buddy, but I can make the effort. Buddy don't have a premium on effort. Buddy was a genius all of his life. But we all have, an infinite ability if we can tap into our spiritual essence, if we can tap into our soul with our creative expression, then we become the drum. So instead of trying to sound like, I'm saying relate to their spirit. Now all you got to do to relate to someone's spirit is say, I love you with all my heart and soul, forever. We're connected, and not be bullshitting. You say that. That's how I say, play to pray to play, because when you play to the heavens, the sky is the limit. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about connecting. And all you have to do to connect to glory is to say with all your heart and soul, oh my God, I love you with all my heart and soul forever and ever and ever. And play. Don't think of anything else. Don't ask for anything. Don't say, oh God, get me a new car. People say, oh my God, I got a toothache. You say those three words are the strongest three words in all of creation. You shouldn't say anything after that other than I love you with all my heart and soul forever and ever and ever. And you're connected. So that's how you play to pray to play. Once you say that and you start playing, you're in a state of glory, because when you call on God, I'm sure, and I kind of validate this, but I'm feeling, I'm sure when you say, I love you with all my heart and soul forever and ever and ever, you have to be connected. There's nothing stronger than that in all of creation. So love is the key word. So when you say, you look at the cosmos, you can look at the Hubble telescope images and show the cosmos, which is glory. That's God's ultimate offering, the cosmos. So you got to look at the cosmos to feel it. You got to look at glory to anticipate glory. So when I say play to pray or pray to play, I'm talking about play to glory, because that's the story, and I'm not talking about religion. So play to a point where, because when you play and you play to glory, you end up playing, if you do it enough, magnificently, because that's what glory is. Glory is the ultimate magnificence. So if you can relate to magnificence with all your intention, with all your might, with all your love, you'll become magnificent. Without anybody teaching you or showing you what, it's you connecting. When you said, Lenny, inspired me to love the drums, that's what I say on all my tapes. You love the drums, I love you. If you don't love the drums, I love you anyhow. But
so you love Buddy, right? So think about rewinding the tape back to those days, right? Okay, so if I asked you what you know about Buddy, obviously you said Buddy was a genius from his whole life. You said a minute ago.
Yeah.
So if you asked Buddy right now, in your life, of all of your musical knowledge, like I asked you, what percentage did you watch other drummers? What percentage did you practice alone? And what percentage did you, think about, Buddy Rich wasn't sitting home listening to records, right? They were creating it, right? Because back then, what was Buddy studying? Who was he learning from? Or was it he wasn't at home listening to records, was he?
No, he was a
right.
genius.
This is what I'm asking you.
When you're born a genius, it's a gift.
Okay, so if you look at Buddy, obviously you have the knowledge, and I'm asking you to share that with me. If the knowledge of what Buddy was, when Buddy was creating what he was going to end up being, he wasn't learning it. I'm asking you, was he learning something from listening to somebody else do it and then he was going to replicate that? Or was the music coming together at the same time and they were creating it and that's what it became?
Yeah, I think it's a spontaneous arrival. It's like a progression, natural progression. When you're born a genius, you don't have to reach that level of
you would go watch Buddy, right?
Yeah.
Who did Buddy go watch?
That's right. He said he liked a lot of drummers, but he knew he was a king.
But when rewind the tape, when Buddy was younger, who was his mentor?
I know. I don't know, because I know he did a thing with Adler, right, to write his book.
Henry Adler, yeah.
And so he had some kind of rudimental affiliation, because the book is great. I never checked it out, but I've seen it. And
back in those days, in that era, were guys woodshedding?
Yeah. No, they listened. They went.
See, that's what I'm asking you.
They listened. They went and they played. In the old days, if you came on stage with a piece of music, they'd punch you in the jaw and then might kick you off stage. You know what I mean? You had to play in the old days. They didn't come up on stage and read a chart. Because I see them. I watch Smalls every night on the YouTube.
Wait, say that again?
I watch Smalls in New York, where all the young guys are going to now to play jazz.
Okay.
And there's something missing. They don't have any emotion. They're so hung up on technical
dexterity
format. Yeah, you know what I mean? These time signatures and all these weird time. You can't grasp anything to get a feeling from. So the audience is dull. They're dull, and they play without any emotion. They just play the drums and they play another song, they play another song, and nothing happens. In the old days, when you went to see guys play, you could faint with excitement. You would gasp. Oh, you would have tears of joy. You might. It's crazy the reactions you got from when it was organic. Today, it's more technical. And so, if, guys go up on stage and they read charts, and they all got charts now. And they read, more and more, bringing out more music, and they don't present any kind of anything to grab onto to get excited. There's no excitement. I'm so upset. And that happening in the
When
drum
you say
room,
excitement, do you mean conversation?
I mean,
conversation between the musicians.
Yeah, emotion. I want to feel some emotion, because when they play, when you see Buddy or you see Elvin or Max, you don't know how to describe it. It's almost like they're movie stars or something. You can't describe the feeling you get from watching these guys. They're so great. All the guys that I studied, what they had as the fine quality was magnificence. They didn't just play great. They played magnificently great. That's what I'd like to show young cats how to challenge today. A level of magnificence that can't be denied.
This goes back to a couple minutes ago, where I was trying to figure out, obviously, your your knowledge of where you're at. If you try to